basically they get advice to come and see me. If necessary, I treat them. Quite often what happens is that I treat people alongside that they are doing their training. So we modify their training, but still. So it kind of basically, they've got effectively two people who look after them to help them to achieve their goals. So I started my clinic, will be 4 years ago next month.
Yay.
I know, nearly your birthday.
Yes.
And but I've been a physio for 24 years. I trained over in Holland, which is where I'm from. And then I moved over here, worked in the NHS for nearly 14 years, and then decided that that wasn't for me anymore. So for a while I mainly worked in other people's clinics across the East Midlands. And like I said, then 4 years ago, I was kind of like, let's give this a shot. I've got nothing to lose. Let's just try it. So, and that's how my clinic started, really. And then 2.5 years ago, I moved to my current premises. And I've literally just today finished my new clinic room here. Which is where it's in at the moment. And I just walked in, opened the door, and I'm like, I love it. It's so much nicer than my old room. It's big.
Yeah.
But it's just me. It's just the way I like it and stuff like that. And yeah, it's nice.
It makes a massive difference, doesn't it? When you've got your own space and nobody else uses that space. It's just yours.
Yeah, I mean, I've been for the last 6-7 weeks while my room was being done, and I did a lot of the work myself. I was sharing somebody else's room, and that room is nearly twice the size of this room. It's a nice, airy room, and it's huge.
Yeah.
And we're used to sharing a room because he's a sports massage therapist here, and he's also one of the owners of the gym. And he's always liked my room better. So whenever I didn't have patients, he was like, can I use your room? I was like, yeah, don't mind. I mean, we're really good friends. He tidies up after himself. If he wouldn't tidy up after himself, I would be like, no.
Yeah.
So, but in the last few weeks, we've been sharing his room. And today it was really weird when I was moving my stuff out of that room again to move into my own room again. And it felt weird. It's just, I find it quite astonishing sometimes how easily you get used to situations. But yeah, so that's where we're at the moment.
Very good. So we're going to go a little bit in depth about your business. If I can find I've just done something silly on my laptop. There we go. Okay. Yes. Got it. Right. I've got my questions back. So we're going to start off at the beginning because we're better to start. So how did you start on this path of helping people? You said, you've trained 24 years. So did it start there or did it start even further back?
Well, I had physio myself when I was 11, 12 for my hip, because I had what they call dancer's hip. That basically the muscles on the outside of the hip snap over the bone, which is very unpleasant.
Yeah.
So I had quite a bit of physio for that. And then when I was 15 or 16, I had some more physio on my lower back because I had an injury that I got when I was doing the high jump, and I knocked the bar off and landed on my back on the bar. So, yeah, very unpleasant as well.
Yeah.
So that was the second time I had physio. But I've had lots of injuries over time. I mean, I did martial arts, I did horse riding.
Okay.
Falling off horses very frequently, being thrown off horses quite frequently. And because
Ow.
for some reason, people always, very often, they came to me with troubled horses. So basically, well, you get thrown off more.
Yeah.
And it doesn't bother me. It's just one of those things. Now I'll probably go like, I don't really want to fall off now. But back then, you just bounce, you get up, get straight back
Get
on
back
the horse.
on again.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah.
So I knew a bit what physiotherapy was.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I was 17, I think, at the time I really wanted to be a goldsmith.
Oh.
I know, totally different.
Love it.
Yeah, and I was accepted at the school for it. But then I came across this newspaper article about Dutch physios and how they were wanted all over the world because of the level of education and the standard of our training. So I was like, oh, I can go somewhere else. I can travel. Which is basically when I was like, you know what? That is a degree course. Why not give it a go?
Yeah.
And that's basically how I went to physio school. I was like, let's just give this a go, see what I think of it. If I don't like it, if I can't do it, whatever. At least I've given it a go. And then I can always decide.
Try something else if it doesn't. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
I always find it interesting that many of the people I interview, what they do when they are older, they've had some link to it when they were children as well. So for yourself, your injuries, and then having physio, and then it's linked. And with me as a child, I've got a massage business as well as a coaching business, and as a child, everyone was always like, Jane, come and give my shoulders a massage. I can't believe your hands are so strong. And there might be like a 7-year-old giving massages, shoulder massages and stuff at all the family events on a Sunday. They'd have their dinner and then they'd want me to massage their shoulders.
I gave massages when I was early teens, mid-teens, and it's just one of those things.
We are drawn to it. So in your in physio and PT, what's the one question people always ask you?
How do you know where it is? How do you know it hurts there? Is that your little girl?
Yeah. Come and say hello. This is Talita.
Hello.
Introduce yourself.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
Good. What have you done to your
I'm
face?
bad a bit because I hurt my eye.
Oh, that's not nice.
The chandelier whacked me. Actually,
No. Have you been swinging on that chandelier again?
Nope. I seriously no.
I
it
hope
just
not.
hit me in the eye.
Okay, be careful. Can you have a look at it? Open it up. when we when we got hit in the face by a chandelier, as you do.
Of course, what else would you do? To be honest, that would be me.
Yeah. Oh dear. When we moved here, as you know, part of trying to get everything done and get her settled in and in her own room and all the rest of it being all lovely, she's always loved chandeliers, and I was like, right, I'm gonna get her a chandelier. So I found what I thought was a small one. Of course, it's in a box, isn't it? Which looks absolutely fine, the right size. But when you get it out of the box, it gets bigger because everything dangles down, and then it's got to have the cord. So it's literally, I mean, I'm 5'8", and when I'm in the room, the chandelier's on my head.
I'll be all right then.
And then I've got her at like one of those taller beds. So, you know, yeah, that's why a chandelier hit her in the face. And I have got her a more practical light now, but I'm just waiting to get that put up. I don't know what we're going to do with the chandelier, but it's far too big for that bedroom. So we've just had fun with it for the moment. That's coming down.
Fair enough.
So let's get back to that question, which was what's the one question that people always ask you?
Yes, it's basically when I find kind of like what's going on and where it comes from, and when you touch it, they go like, that really hurts. That wasn't hurting before, but it's my pain. How do you know? And it's literally like magic. No, I don't say that.
Yeah. Oh, you should sometimes. I do. Magic.
Quite often people do say kind of like, you've got magic hands. You've got magic hands.
Yes.
And or some people, and I take it as a compliment, they say like, you're a witch. And I'm
yeah.
Like, possibly.
Brilliant. And because I always find it fascinating, you know, that a knee injury could be the shoulder. You know, or the pain in the knee could actually be the shoulder thing, and the constant headaches could be the foot. Or I always find it so fascinating the way like we get this deferred pain and the way the body it almost ricochets down. Like when you see wonky people and they're all it's zigzaggy down the body, isn't it?
Very often it does zigzag.
Yeah.
Often. Yeah. Which is why it's so important not to just look at where they say their pain is.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of time that I get people, especially with knee pain, that it's not the knee at all. And quite often you just only need to watch them, I don't know, stand or just walk. So very often I get them to walk in front of me. They don't have a clue that I'm looking at them already. But and you just straight away, you just can draw certain conclusions. And I mean, at times I'm still baffled. I'm literally like, wow, how does that work?
Yeah.
And it is fascinating. It is fascinating. It's just on occasions when you know you're right, but you need other health professionals to get involved because there's certain things that you feel need to be excluded or basically
addressed.
That is not my field. That is sometimes when it can get a little bit tricky because they go like, nope, I don't believe that. I'm not going to do this. And I'm like, really? But most of the time, thankfully, most of the time, GPs and people like that are relatively open, because usually they're kind of at a loss as to what's going on.
Yeah.
And I've definitely learned the hard way that you kind of, in the letter that you send to them, you kind of have to make them think that they've thought of it.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, after 24 years, I would like to think I've kind of got the hang of that. Not always, because I'm somebody who very much, I say what I think.
Yeah.
And I don't beat about the bush. When I think that basically, I know, outside of work, when I think that somebody's an idiot, I will say that they're an idiot.
Yeah.
And that's just me.
You tell it how it is.
Yes. And I'm sure that there will be a few people who go like, yeah, she's Dutch. It's very much a Dutch trade. Very much. But yeah, well, I'm just kind of like, well, you know where you stand. Done. So, yes.
What would you say your mission in life is? It's a bit of a tricky one because so I'll chat a little bit. So with this, I find our missions kind of change throughout our lives. So it's something that recently I had to reconnect with, because I felt really disconnected with what my mission was and even what my passions were anymore. And it was just because my language has changed, and the underlying passions and interests are still all the same: natural health, fitness, wellness, travel, all of that kind of stuff. All my passions still, but the language and the way I talk about them and what I kind of do with them in my life has changed, and therefore, like, my mission statement is changed. It's not that I kind of just I want to help people feel happy and healthy. No, I want to empower people. Oh, you found money. That's brilliant. Brilliant. Keep finding it, girly.
Excellent.
Yes. It's that I want to empower people with the knowledge and the abilities and the skills so that they can heal themselves and become happier and healthier. So it's like, it's just slight wordings have changed, but that is my mission. I've always wanted people around me to be happy and healthy. It's just I'm kind of doing it slightly different. I want to teach people and give them the tools to enable them and empower them to, do it themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah. In a way that's very similar to how what I think physiotherapy is.
Yeah.
Is that basically that I help them to basically help them to get better from that injury, or deal have a more effective way of dealing with a long-term condition. But ultimately, I teach them the tools to basically continue with that. So it's kind of very similar, just on a slightly different scope. I think my mission is really to and it's on my website as well, and I think on my Facebook page as well. That what I'm trying to do is bridging that gap between physio, healthcare, fitness, and well-being. So, because I've found for a very, very long time that with physiotherapy, they were discharged, especially in the NHS, that was the case. They were discharged, but they weren't anywhere near where they needed to be able to go fully back to work, to their leisure activities, all that kind of stuff. But they weren't good enough to be picked up by professionals in the fitness or the well-being industry either. So they basically literally fell into that gap, which I found incredibly frustrating. So that is basically, I think that's really the main thing that my mission probably is, if that's how you want to put it.
Yeah.
So yes.
Brilliant. Good. Okay, so what have you learnt that you wish everyone knew?
It's something that I'm still learning myself, because I'm incredibly stubborn.
Yes.
Is listen to your body.
Yeah.
And
that's a very good one.
It's so hard, because up here we've got totally different agendas.
Oh, we do.
And our body comes way behind, a very far second, until it basically starts screaming at us, and then we go like, well, why doesn't it want to do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. And before we came on, we were chatting about my holiday. Just come back from Cyprus, all inclusive, gorgeous food, and I kept ignoring my body. But on the fourth day, I looked about 8 months pregnant because...
What haven't you told us?
No, not that. It was food. I had a food baby. My stomach, like, I haven't had IBS in years. I can probably say since having my daughter and the pregnancy diet I went on and a big health kick. So for like 8 years, I've probably had a flare up of IBS maybe 4 times. And this past week was extra on top of that because I did not listen to my body, and my eyes were like, ping, ice cream, cake. I never have these things anymore. It's just there. And my stomach was telling me, no, Jane, it's not a good idea. And I ignored my tummy.
I was going to say, you were like, yes, it is. It is a very good idea.
That's a good idea. I love vanilla ice cream. It's only vanilla. It's just only a little spoonful. And on the fourth day, honestly, my stomach, I wish I'd have taken a photograph, because I swear I looked about 8 months pregnant, 7 months pregnant. My stomach shot out. I was, just in so much discomfort, and it was because I didn't listen. I heard my body, but I didn't listen to it. I carried on.
Yep.
And that's what happens, doesn't it? So that is an absolute spot on bit of advice there. Always listen to your body.
But I think we all are constantly learning. We're never a master at listening to our own body. Never. We can get pretty good at it.
Yes.
But yeah, it will always kick our ass.
Yeah, it did.
Quite literally, was it?
Yeah. When did I get back? So our holiday finished on Monday, but we had a very late flight, and we were supposed to get home around 2, 3 a.m. on the Tuesday. To get home till 5 a.m. Tuesday. So what day is it today? Wednesday. So I feel like I'm just starting to get back to normal, and like tomorrow is just going to be a normal day for me. I am back on my normal diet. Goodbye ice cream. Goodbye cake. Hello flat stomach again. Oh dear. Then so this moves us on. So obviously my business is called Cherish, Transform, Upgrade. So I believe that when we start cherishing ourselves, the transformation happens so much quicker. And then when you've kind of done your transformation, you can just upgrade various bits of your life, which you're like, oh yeah, I could get a little bit better there. I could do this, I could do that. So how have you cherished yourself, or how do you cherish yourself? What do you do for yourself in your kind of normal weekly, monthly life?
I think I really started cherishing myself and taking control of my life about just over 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
When I basically, I just felt pants. I was exhausted. I was in constant pain with most of my joints. I didn't sleep well, all that kind of stuff. I was 15 stone. And I basically decided, right, I need to lose some weight. So did basically, well, I'm saying the usual stuff, I don't know if everybody does that. I was like, right, I need to make sure that medically there's nothing wrong. So I went to my GP, basically said, okay, these and these and these are my symptoms, and I want you to check for basically my thyroid and various other things. And they were very happy to oblige. But what astounded me was that they never, ever mentioned my weight. Now, bearing in mind that I'm 5'3" and a bit, and I was 15 stone. That is just literally like, and they didn't even mention my weight, which I found quite shocking.
Yeah.
But I had decided to do something about it anyway. So tests all came back clear. So I was like, right, let's join a gym. Don't have a clue what I'm doing in the gym, but let's join a gym.
Yeah.
And basically, that's what happened. And I went twice a week, just basically the classic stuff. So on the bike, on the cross trainer, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Not really knowing what you do, but just by going twice a week, and I started swimming again and stuff like that. So just increase my physical activity.
Yeah.
In a month, I lost about 5 kilos.
Wow.
Just by basically, and I didn't change anything else. Then I basically, part of my membership was that you got a free personal training session. So, which is when I met basically the guy who became my personal trainer and who I work closely with now, who's one of the owners here at the gym.
Yeah.
And what he said to me just made sense. So he basically, and I was like, right, okay, well, let's give this a go.
Yes.
And so we decided to work together. and it was basically an exchange of services. So
that's good.
He trained me, I started treating him. And so we both mutually benefited from the arrangement. And basically, he helped me to lose 5 stone in 9 months.
Brilliant.
And during that time, that is when basically I decided to start my clinic, because I totally lost my mojo for physio before that as well.
Yeah.
And with him being so enthusiastic and wanting to move forward in what he did and does, it kind of ignited the fire in my belly again about physio. So yeah,
that's really lovely.
So I basically just making the decision to join that particular gym has definitely kind of kick-started a whole scala of events and things, which is still ongoing.
Yeah. Yes.
So so it's I think really my journey to cherish me and to value myself started then. So yeah.
Brilliant. That's really good, and it's inspirational for other people out there as well, watching, thinking, oh God, you know, can I even lose 5 stone, or you know, can I even get into a gym and just like be brave enough to just step in those doors, and then look what's happened.
Yes.
It's that one step of joining that gym and walking in and going on a cross trainer and a running machine has beautifully spiraled into where you're at now.
Yes, definitely.
Which kind of comes on to like the next question about how have you transformed?
Answered it already.
Ta-da!
But the thing is that, like you said earlier on, about that you had to that you felt disconnected with your mission at one point. And I think transformations they constantly happen. And I think it is definitely you kind of achieve what you think you set out to do, but that then kind of rolls into the next bit and the next bit and the next bit. And I think it's when you stop and you think, right, I'm done. I think that is basically when people definitely kind of get stuck in a rut again and things like that. So, and that is when they will stop cherishing themselves, and they kind of, in a way, devalue themselves, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, devalue might be a bit of a strong word, but you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Yeah, definitely. And with that transformation process, and you know, going for goals and setting goals, it's something that I kind of remind my clients about all the time, and I had to remind myself, and like kind of sit myself down and give myself a good talking to recently, because when you have these big goals and these big ambitions, and you you go for them, and then all of a sudden you've got them, it can be a bit deflating.
Yes.
Yeah. And you forget to celebrate. You forget to give yourself a good pat on the bloody back for actually achieving what you set out to do, or achieving something even better. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I've got this. So, what next kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like, no, revel in the moment, enjoy the moment. And even when we're getting there and we're on our journey to whatever said goal or mission, it is all about the enjoyment and enjoying the process and being in the now as well, isn't it? Because we often forget and we're always, future.
I can be like that.
Yeah.
I can be like that. Yes. And then I give myself a hard time because I haven't achieved it yet, but I forget all the stuff that I have done already.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, on occasions it is good to look back, I think, to kind of ground yourself and to kind of go like, actually look at everything, what you've done, what you or what you haven't done, which is very important as well sometimes, because sometimes you should stop doing things that you always do to achieve what you need to achieve or want to achieve.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I think it is important to look back every so often, not to dwell on it, obviously, but to kind of go like, I have learned and I have done this much since then. And it is just to evaluate.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking, because I do like a mini puzzle piece, a mini task with my clients about that. And I've just thought of like, it's like an audit of your life, isn't it? Having a quick look back and just auditing all of the things you've achieved. And often we kind of put them down on paper so we can pop them up like something like that. That's my little happy businessy wall. And we can kind of put all of our achievements up there. And when you're having those low days, you get to look at that and think, oh my God, look at all the stuff I've achieved. But also when you're doing this mini audit, you get to look at perhaps the stuff you shy away from, which would really help your business, but it's fear that's getting in the way of, X amount of stuff, or where are the inconsistencies, all that kind of stuff. So doing an audit on your life is pretty wicked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to dwell in it. You don't want to get,
True. But I mean, that's one of the reasons why I've got that picture up there on the wall.
Yeah.
Let me just move so you can see it.
Yep.
Hang on, where are we? There we are, you can see it.
Yes.
So one of the reasons why I wanted that on my wall in my clinic, that's me, by the way.
I love it. Oh, it's going to start on another conversation, but tell me about that photo.
Okay, it's basically because, as I said, I've had quite a lot of injuries, and a lot of people, when they have injury or injuries, or they have had injuries, they're scared to do what they enjoy doing and to get back to it.
Yeah.
And so for me, the reason why I wanted that photo and I wanted it up on the wall in my clinic was to show people, not just, oh, look at me. That's not what it is about. That's not what it
smells completely of my perfume. There's been a whole party going on upstairs, hasn't there? No, I'm talking. Carry on. No, Talita is telling me all about her picture and her injuries.
Just one.
In a moment. Yes.
And basically, to kind of show people that you can do this, and more as a motivation as well as obviously goes hand in hand with me losing 5 stone in weight, and and the training that I do and have done and things like that. And it's
go the other side.
And it is most people who've seen the picture, and there's quite a lot, initially a lot of them don't realize it's me, which is fine, but most people are going like, wow. I've had a few people who are in general a little bit more traditional, say basically kind of like a picture like that has got no business being in a physio clinic.
Yes.
Yeah. And I can see their point, but at the end of the day, I'm like, it's my clinic.
No, I think it's brilliant because it just shows what you can achieve.
Yes.
You know? And I would love to see, like, if you want to put a transformation picture of, you know, you before and you afterwards, like that one. I mean, I find them so inspiring.
Yeah.
And it shows how much people can achieve both physically and mentally, because that takes a lot of emotional strength and also emotional ability to let go, to be able to transform your body that much. That takes a lot. It's not just a physical thing. People you know, think, oh, it's just the gym. No, it's the gym up here.
Yeah.
Big time. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's especially with all your injuries, I think that's such an inspiring story to tell people and to have for sure in your clinic. Yeah. And on holiday, I was only talking about like doing a photo shoot like that.
Do it.
Yeah. So my boyfriend, he's recently done transformation photos because I don't know how many stone he's lost, but you know, he's lost a ton of fat and got the physique that he's wanted for so long, and it's been like an 18-month process, and his before and after photos, like transformation photos, are amazing, you know. And although mine is not going to be the same, my transformation photos probably should have happened like 8 years ago. Before I was pregnant, I can do one, and my lifestyle, and after I was pregnant, like I lost 3 stone within that year. That was it, from getting pregnant to about 10-11 months. No, you know, it would have been about from the getting pregnant, 12 months later I'd lost 3 stone. And wow. 3 dress sizes. Two or 3 dress sizes. So but since then I've kind of kept on, but I'd love to do, like, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get in the gym and I'm going to build some more muscle up. And I want, you know, that physique, the back like that, and I'm going to do it in November.
Good.
So it's planned. I'm on it. Tomorrow I am running and I'm gymming. The transformation's going to happen again, baby. Oh dear. Okay. Last question, Talita. So, we've talked about cherishing yourself. We have talked about your transformation. what areas of your life are you looking to upgrade at the moment?
Right. Oof. Well, my business side of things, I'm busy upgrading, as in, my clinic room was the first phase in basically what I want to develop this year with my clinic. And that is to basically also get a reflexologist on board, another physio, and also start running yoga and Pilates classes, and possibly, but I need to find an instructor for that. Same for the other ones. I want to do something like animal flow, because that's not available around here at all.
What is it?
It's wicked.
Okay, I'm in.
It's basically, it's all got to do with movement.
Yeah.
And basically just flowing that movement. But animal flow is kind of based on kind of certain animal movements. So you've got... Is
it yoga? A form of yoga?
No. There are bits of yoga in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely don't have a beast in yoga.
Yeah.
Or a scorpion.
Yeah. Oh, it sounds really interesting. So it's all movements to stretch really the body. And
it's a lot of it is basically it's a combination of movement, strengthening, stretching, so all of that. But I mean, I want to do that, but I'm also, and I've been toying with this for about 18 months or so now, I want to develop my own kind of movement thing with that, but based on animal flow, Pilates, yoga, Tai Chi, all of that. But because I've been so busy with kind of developing my clinic, I haven't done any of it recently, and I did some last Friday, and it was just hard work. But at the same time,
I feel tomorrow is going to be a bit hard work for me.
It will.
Yeah, but it'd be really nice, like you say. Yeah.
It was nice to move and to get on the floor and to do something different. So, that's kind of in my plan as well. But definitely, solidly, are the reflexologists, yoga, Pilates.
Mm-hmm.
So, lots more work to do. Lots more painting. But it will be good. It will be good.
So brilliant.
That's business side.
Mm-hmm.
Personal life, really, upgrade would be going on holiday. Yes, definitely. Going on a relaxing holiday, just like you've just been on.
Yeah.
A relaxing holiday, somewhere hot.
Yeah.
Chilling out and just watch the world go by.
Yeah. I definitely can recommend it. And 5 days felt like 10 days, to be quite honest. Felt like we were there forever. Yeah, it was lovely. And I'm always kind of on the go and stuff like that. But I do try and take time out each day to just have that bit of me time and that relaxation. And everyone's like, oh, are you going to be like bored just lying by a pool and sunbathing? Nope. No, I'm not. Are you taking your laptop? No, I'm not. No, I'm going to just relax, chat, sunbathe, hold hands, watch the sunrise, watch the sunset, and eat. That's it. And it was absolutely lush. So definitely book something this year.
I will do. It's just one of those things, isn't it?
Make it one of those priority things
Yes.
that you do. Definitely.
I also have to go home as well.
So, yes, as well. Yeah.
And going home, it's quite funny because a lot of people go like, "Oh, you go to Holland? That's a holiday." No, it isn't. Going home is not a holiday. Going home is a break because you're not doing your usual stuff, but it's definitely not a holiday.
No, you need to get that holiday in as well. Right, we're going to make a pact. You are going on holiday this year and you're going to go home as well, but you are definitely going on a holiday. No matter how short it is, you're going to lie by a pool and do nothing but sunbathe and eat.
I was going to say,
book or audio books. I listened to an audio book as well.
I bet that one of my friends just will message me in a moment. I've got a blow-up pool. Paddling pool.
Paddling pool? No. That was saying no. Unless it's in southern Spain, Greece, Cyprus, Turkey, Australia, or no. Oh, it has been an absolute pleasure to have you on and to hear about your life, your story, and your business. It's been an absolute pleasure, and we've had a good laugh as well.
Oh, definitely.
So thank you. And yes, if anybody watching this has any extra questions, all you've got to do is type the questions underneath and we will answer them post this live, okay? And also Talita is going to put her details underneath your Facebook page, your website, anything you want for people to be able to get in touch with you, just put it underneath this live. Okay?
Okay, I will do.
Okay, fab. And if you've got any offers you want to share as well, you can put them underneath as well. Okay?
Great. All right.
Mwah.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.